Here's the latest iteration of the front right stage 2 VinceSkin. As you can see, these are super formed in all sorts of directions and pretty tricky to make. Take my word for that. Anyway, so what I've done is I created some tooling, and I believe I'm quite happy with the fitment. So if I just push it up here, you can see these edges close very nicely. Same thing around here. This part up here, it's going to be sucked in with the rivets there. The steel rivets clamp. The clamping force of the steel rivets are really strong. They're great. So what I decided to do is, because of all these shapes, it's really difficult to get that tight fit back here. And if I make that fit too tight, it's going to be difficult to get it on your car. So consider this to be a pre-form, and let me show you how to do the final adjustment. You will be clamping this down. I will do that off camera and come back to you. As I mentioned, you can use a large washer and, say, a wheel bolt. In this case, I used the factory front stud and one of these large rectangular washer things for construction wood building. It helps support this edge over here. So once again, what you need to do is the final adjustment by pushing in these edges here, and most particularly, so you can use a tool similar to this and or something like that. So what you want to do with this is to punch in this corner here to, let's see if I can get that on camera. So you want to get this all the way into the corner. You can probably make out an air gap there that I left. And same thing over here. So you want this to be as tight as possible before you drill, and obviously before you glue and rivet it at the end. I left it like this, as I mentioned, because it's really tricky to get all these, let's see here, all these formed surfaces over here to come together. So there's this thing here, it bends over that way. We have the bend here, curves over that way, and then you need to get all these to fit together. So it's tricky, and I noticed that if I make this too tight, it may be difficult to get it in there. There could be some variances from car to car. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. So anyway, I left this. So consider it to be pre-formed. You do the finishing touch to it before you do the drilling, and obviously the final installation. Oh yeah, one other thing. When I screwed this in and tightened it, I had sort of punched this in as far as I could to get the tightest possible fit. So around, let's see, around this area, you can see it has a very nice tight fit here. Comes around all this up here, and as tight as possible around this area as well. That's when you got it like that, that's when you want to tap these pieces in here, these areas. Oh, and I should also mention that this tongue here, or lip, or whatever you want to call it, it's for the case, which is actually not that uncommon. The typical crack that comes around here goes around this way and up this vertical surface, and if we look over here, so it would come around and up and then into this piece here as well. So it's not uncommon to have the crack coming all the way over here. This tongue here helps to cover that. Now, if your cracking is not as severe, you could actually choose to just cut this VinceSkin in this fold here, and that's why I left these red dots here, and you would drill and rivet there instead. So that's why those extra dots are there.